Corey, I've been a Settlers fan for a long time. It's been years since we've seen a new game. Finally, Ubisoft brings to the table new allies. We're set in an interesting position here with a lot of hopes and dreams, and it seems to be a bit of a stumble coming out of the gate. I'm wondering if they can maybe fix things long term, but as the short term, Corey, jumping in, everything was there for us, but at the end of the day, it was all right there, and then you were done. It kind of wrapped up relatively quickly. The tutorial starts you off. Dude, the tutorial is massive. If you really want to dive in and get into the nitty gritty, like you can be there for hours working on the tutorial. Yeah. So I started the tutorial and I was like, yo, this thing's still going. And I'm still going. And I'm still going. I'm like, holy, okay, I'm bouncing out of this. Jumped into the campaign. I'm like, all right, here we go, right? Yo, man, Settlers 7 set a whole bar for me that I love the characters. I love the world I was in. Getting into new allies, I'm like, I'm just kind of going through the motions in a sense. And the campaign is basically a setup of the tutorial as well. Just kind of help you kind of go through the game, right? And then after that, you're kind of left on your own. There's daily challenges, a weekly challenge. There's challenges to kind of hopefully motivate you to come back and grind through that and then kind of go it on your own. It's just, at the end of the day, I've had a great time.
Yeah.
But it's been a short-lived experience for me.
You know what, Drew? I feel you there, man, because I know what you're saying, and at the same time, like, I was excited for this game. I haven't played a real-time strategy game in a while, and it's, I like these games, and I can get really into these games, especially depending on how deep they allow you to go. And Settlers, like you said, did a good job kind of holding your hand at the beginning if you require it. If you're, if you play this genre of games, you'll kind of understand the mechanics, and maybe the first couple tutorials will kind of get your head around what this game is building. But other than that, you catch on fairly quickly. So I thought that was pretty nice. It's a casual enough experience for somebody to kind of jump in if they've never played a game like this before. But you are on the side of the fans of people that have been waiting for this game for years. And so I think the launch of this game has been somewhat underwhelming for those fans. Maybe not so much for new players like me, but at the same time, I'm even noticing things. I'm playing through this game. I'm enjoying the campaign. The story isn't the deepest, but it's good enough to kind of keep you interested. It gives you enough objectives throughout the different maps that kind of the levels or acts, they call them, that you're going through. So I do enjoy the small story that leads you along the way through this kind of adventure through this RTS game. I thought that was kind of presented in a really good way. I enjoyed it, but it kind of ends there a little bit, because once you start building out your towns, what I noticed, especially in the campaign, is that you don't really have a difficulty level to choose from, so I found myself never getting attacked. I could just build up my city as big as I wanted, have a huge army, and then just go wipe the map and complete the objectives, and it was relatively easy. I mean, it was fun to build the cities up, but I think as you get through the campaign, that's something you're going to want to do less and less. You just kind of want to get through it, get to the point, and then maybe start your online career in this game, because there are a few online modes, and there is also a skirmish mode that you can jump into, and that's where you can access these weekly challenges. You get 3, and if you want to complete more than 3, you have to pay for Ubisoft Plus, so that's kind of a hang up there. I mean, Ubisoft, we know that every once in a while they want to get in your wallet and get a few things out of there, but at the same time, there are free challenges, so you can do those. They have varying difficulties, so there are a lot of options here, but Drew, like you said, outside of the campaign, things kind of just feel a little bit empty for the $60 price tag here.
Corey, this has been a tough one, man. I was kind of on the fence of what to do here, and at the end of the day, I was just hoping for a lot more. I'm there with a 6.5. It was just a little shy in the content after the game has kind of wrapped you up, and it just wasn't enough to pull me back in. They really want you just to stick to the online side after, and it just wasn't enough. Not what I kind of wanted, man. A little disappointing.
You know what? I agree with Drew. I'm here with a 6.5 as well. And honestly, I enjoyed my time with this game. It's not a bad game by any means. Like I said, I think it's a good introductory RTS game for people that haven't played many in this genre. The $60 price tag is really what brings me down the most. And there's just a few game mechanic things that I think will get worked out eventually. That will kind of, maybe bump this score up later down the road. But right now, I'm sitting at a 6.5.